Hello everybody, here we are again back at the British Army dump. I thought I'd do something a little bit different this time. I always tend to start filming after I've been digging for half an hour or so, but I thought I'd start a little bit earlier. This is the hole as it looks at the minute. This wood's been put in to help stop people falling down here. Not that many people come over here because it's well out of the way and off the beaten track. So that's the face I intend to dig behind the wooden pieces there, and down here as well on this side. Some of it's fallen in from the recent rain that we've been having, so I need to have a root through that bit and just having a look at what's been left lying on the surface after the last dig. A few bits and bobs. What have we got here? Oh, I've got an old oil bottle there from either a Vickers or a Browning MG. Various other bits. That looks like actually looks like a tripod foot. Lots of different things. Bit of a, there's a hinge off an ammo can. Lumps of crap. Yeah, more lumps of crap and stuff. But oh look, there's a, oh, that's half decent condition. I'll take that one. It's a Mark IV Stenmag loading tool. That'll clean up quite nicely. I've also decided that I was going to treat myself because I've not bought anything new digging gear wise for a long while, so I bought that to make it easier to carry stuff. There's the first bit, goes in it. That was from a well-known DIY place for £5. I got a metal riddle from another well-known DIY place for about £3. These buckets are, you can get these anywhere, they're £1. And then a new spade next to me shovel. Spade obviously for getting through tough earth, shovel for digging all the loose stuff. And new gloves, so I don't have fingers poking through the end anymore. And these are only £5. I prefer these working type gloves to, I see people using gardening gloves. You need something really tough to stop bits of rusty metal digging through your gloves and into your hand. So something like this, quite tough. I don't like gardening gloves myself because you've not got much touch with them. They're quite bulky and yeah. Anyway, so what I'll do is I'll start digging, and I'll come back to you in a bit when I get the first find. First job, get this wood out of the way. Right, let's get going. Look, starting to get lumps of stuff coming out now as well. Interesting enough, these lumps look like big parts of rusty crap, which they are. But in amongst them, look, you can see there, that wing thing is actually the bottom pole spring off a Vickers feed block. So I always bring a hammer with me on these trips, because you never know what's hiding in the middle of these things. Did find a very, very nice Vickers bore mirror in the middle of a big pile of crap like this, so we'll give it a smack with a hammer and see what we can pull out of it. Right, let's carry on. As I've said in the past, dump digging is all about luck really. It's about picking a spot, digging and hope you find something. I have dug a considerable amount of earth out of here, and what's now transpired is that I seem to have hit domestic waste. All the military finds have dried up. All I'm getting now is crockery, bottles, bits of old tin can. So I'm going to turn through 90 degrees and come back this way. Because there are a few bits down here that are more military. Now, I don't mind the odd bit of domestic dump digging if it's going to have something to do with the military, but most of the stuff that's coming out is either smashed up or rusted to hell and back, so not wasting my energy getting through that when there might be military stuff in another direction. But again, this is the problem with dump digging. I could stop, go in another direction, turn up here next time, forget where I've been, put one shovelful in there and find something awesome. You just don't know. Just potluck. So, best advice you can give when you're digging a dump is dig. Just keep digging. Which is what I'm now going to do. I have to say, it's getting a bit frustrating today. So, that way is definitely domestic. That way is domestic. This way is domestic and shallowing very rapidly. Plus the fact I'm working through spoil. So I've turned again to come through this face and still digging through what looked like domestic stuff, and then this has just poked out. So we've got part of part of a Bakelite Lee-enfield spike bayonet scabbard. Part of one. Still got a little lug attached, which is okay. It's better than the poke in the eye with a sharp stick. And this was next to it. And it's still got oil in. This is a Grand oil bottle. It's got oil in one end, and in the other end it's got pull-through rod and string. So I'm hoping, he says shaking it, definitely oil in there, but we'll have to get it home and get it cleaned up and get the threads freed up, open it and see if we've got a set of pull-throughs in there as well, which if we have will be great. So there we go. I mean, I've just gone another 6 inches to the left of where I was, and that's what comes out. So this is prime example of dump digging, pure blind luck, but that is a great find. So just there was where I was digging to begin with. You can see the undercut, me digging through the dump layer, nothing, all domestic. Come over here 6 inches and all of a sudden it's all back to military again. So we've got a rifle sling buckle, kerr sling buckle, loads more in here. Look, you can see the seam almost going through. There's another, so the overlap buckle off a kerr sling, Thompson sling, yeah, more, look, all coming through here. So I've rediscovered the seam, so now it's a case of getting the old garden riddle back to work, because this stuff hopefully will start to come fairly thick and fast. Ooh, that looks like the back sight off something. Look at that, it's quite interesting. You never know, there might be enough of the metal left to actually see whether or not there's any markings on it. Well, I've certainly hit a really decent seam down here now, getting all sorts of military stuff out. The reason I've just started filming is not to show you the dig particularly, other than that's just come out of the ground. Just moving that out of the way because I've got the riddle on the go now as well. But this is now the third one I've found. There's been a couple of others found as well. And if you've seen my other videos, you know what it is, but this is an adapter for a P14 rifle so that you can mount an SMLE grenade discharger cup to a P14 rifle. I've emailed a number of museums, a number of specialist Lee-enfield museums and God knows what else, and nobody's can give me any information on them at all. Oh look, it's even got the War Department arrow on there, look. Next to the P that's being hidden by the 14 that's being hidden by that lump of rust. Keep going, this is giving up some good finds. Just had a Brent oil bottle out as well, amongst other things. Right, back to it. Anyway, go, bloody stuff. What I wanted to show you was that I don't normally bother with domestic type stuff, unless it's really specifically to do with World War II, but that is looking like one of the old earthenware jars down there. So I'm going to try and get it out, which is a problem because the only thing holding up this overhang is this sheet of corrugated iron. My foot's in a rather dangerous place because if that comes down I'm not going to get my foot out. So I need to get a bit of repositioning going on, see if I can get that jar out. Other interesting thing, by the way, down there is, I don't know if you can see next to the jar, there was a big stack of rusted to hell and back Vickers oil bottles down there, all missing the lids, just the bottles themselves, the cans, sorry, the little square ones. Had one that was complete, but it'll probably fall to bits when I try and clean it. Looks like my overhang's going to give way anytime soon, better get at it. Getting a lot of good stuff coming out now. Just had this spike bayonet Bakelite scabbard. It's a bit manky at the top, but more or less complete. And I think there's another one just coming out down here. I think. Yeah, there is. There's another one. The only problem with these things is that the metal corrodes around the top, and as it corrodes it expands and it busts open the Bakelite. but these clean up remarkably well and don't look half bad, even though there's a big slit in it. As you can see, I've been finding quite a few of them, quite a few buckles, lots of other bits. Oh, that earthenware pot turned out to be busted off, which was disappointing. Big plank of wood with a couple of holes in it. I wonder what's on the end of it. Oh, well, there's a bent spike bayonet scabbard. It's a Mark IV flat back one. So calling it a day for today now. Very slow start, first hour and a half hardly found anything, and then it really got going. Lots of Bakelite spike bayonet scabbards, burn oil bottles, P14 adapter, loads of stuff, grand oil bottle, Vickers, cloth belt starter taps. Even had a couple of bottles. Don't normally pick them up, but I don't mind the ones that are embossed with something. This one's milk of magnesia, sort of a light blue bottle, which is traditional milk of magnesia. This one is bottled by Jay's, so good old Jay's fluid. I don't know if I've got a 16-ounce bottle. I probably have, but I'll take it anyway just in case. So yeah, quite a bit of earth shifted in the time I was here. Bit of teetering on the edge there, just about to fall back in the hole. So we get back home and start cleaning again. Oh well, it's all worth it. Laters, guys. So this is the grand oil bottle from the dig today. I've cleaned it up a bit, got rid of most of the muck and everything. I've also soaked the ends, and this end held the oil, and I've opened it up and there's actually no oil left in it, so that's fine. But the other end, in theory, holds pull-through rod and a brush. Now I've not opened it yet, I've just freed it up so I can open it. So you're going to find out at the same time as me whether or not we've actually got a pull-through and a brush in here. Never found one with one in. Oh yeah, yeah, look. Oh, blimey. Come on. Oh, would you look at that? Look at that. There's your brush and your pull-through. With the original string and everything. Let's see if it's still on screws. Look at the condition of it. Oh yeah, look, it's still on screws as well. That is fantastic. Ha! So chuffed. Brilliant. So we've got the oil bottle with the pull through and the brush and the original string. Awesome.